Hi, hello, I'm the ImpendingMoon, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. Last episode, I found this cool little island, built a house, and went mining for a whole 2 iron. I have one goal this episode, and that is to find at least 3, so that I can get a pickaxe or a bucket. But first thing, I need to go ahead and clean out my inventory of some stuff. So I'll go ahead and make some more torches, definitely grab a few more pickaxes. And another sword couldn't hurt. Pop on my only form of armor, which doesn't really do much, and I'm going to get mining. Now, that cave over there is kind of a bust. I've seen that it goes a little bit deeper, but it takes a lot to get there. But I also found another cave on this mountain, which looks like it goes a lot deeper and has a lot more resources. And actually, there might be a cave right over here. It's underwater, so I can't really use it right now. But there's coal. Exact moment. Oh. I was talking to myself, and there's a village over there. So I guess that's the second place I'm going to go. But I've made my way back to the cave. Did not grab that coal, apparently. But I'm gonna go ahead and just head straight down. That mineshaft looks like it's at a pretty good level for something. I don't think I can get down right here. Ow. But hey, I'm alive. There's a creeper right there. And a bigger cave than I thought. Ooh, this goes straight to deep slate. Okay. I've found diamonds before I've gotten enough iron to mine them. Oh, well, there's the iron. And a bat. And, of course, it's only 2. I will be back for you. Hey, would you look at that? And it betrayed me. Ooh, a little bit more right there. This one's unlikely to betray me. Alright, well, I've got 7 iron. I'm going to light up some of the surrounding area. Hi, creeper. I'm just going to ignore you and hope that you can't get to me. And I'm going to set up my crafting table and a furnace. Get this iron smelting. Oh, seriously. I take my hand off my mouse to grab a drink. I got 3 iron, at least. You know, some days I think that this game just hates me. Alright, go ahead and mine all the way around them. And it's only 1. But you know what? It's my 1 diamond. And it's really starting to get scary down here, so let's get out. Well, actually, it's night, and that could be scarier, so I guess I'll stay down here and try and get some more iron for armor. Oh, well, there's a spawner. That's a weird spot for a minecart to be. Let's see, some more iron, which is always nice, a name tag, and some beetroot seeds. Those are kind of cool, but I also really don't need them. Well, there's a spawner that I'm going to ignore. Because, you know, regular spiders, I'll fight any day. Cave spiders, nope. You can sign me out. That was a bad idea. Well. Nope. Put that back. And be extra cautious mining here. Don't like that. I'm going to get this iron and I'm going to skedaddle. And I'm actually going to... Nope. The iron betrayed me again. I just don't like how close those cave spiders are, and I am going to leave. It's been a good mining trip. I've gotten enough. It's daytime. Alright, I am now back on the surface, and I don't need to deal with cave spiders up here. Alright, and let's see, how much iron did I get out of that expedition? 39, which is enough to get myself a full set of armor and tools. But I think before I stop back home, I want to go ahead and visit that village. I can't... There we are. You know, I did not take into account just how steep these hills were. But I have conquered them and ended up at the village. And so, first things first, I need all of the food. I maybe should have cleared out my inventory before doing this. I'll leave them with one of each. And this looks like it's a smaller village. Nope, it goes all the way down there. Okay. This is a bit hazardous, no? Okay, you're just walking down the roofs. Ooh, free stuff. More potatoes. Apple. And you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and steal a bed, just so that I can have two. Hey, you can see my house from here. To be fair, it's not that far away. But I'm gonna go to bed real quick. A rainbow! Wow. Well, anyways, if I need villagers, I know where to get them. And it's only kind of a pain to get to them. Hi, cow. I'll be back for you. Alright, I'm just gonna get some stuff put away. And get some iron smelting. I did not realize I had pork chops in here. Along with our salmon. Speaking of, I don't really want this. And so you know what? It's going on the tree. And same with this one, because I'm going to be replacing it with an iron helmet. And I've actually got to grab another red flower to dye my bed. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we are. Now I've got two beds. See, I'll take the iron that I've already got and make myself a full set of tools. There we are. That's much nicer. Alright, and that's all the fish. I'm going to go ahead and make myself a couple of buckets. Because next thing that I want to do is actually start some farms so that I've got a better food source than this and salmon. Yeah, but looking at my surrounding areas, it seems like the easiest place to build a farm is probably going to be either over there or over there. Over here is a bit flatter, although I will need to build a longer bridge, ever so slightly. So I think I'm going to go over here. And let's do some scouting around real quick. First step, of course, is going to be cutting down all of these trees. And then I'm thinking I'll start off pretty small, just a wheat and a potato farm. Alright, that should be enough space for a couple of farms. Some of these leaves aren't despawning, but whatever. I also probably should have brought some dirt because I need to do a little bit of terraforming. Never mind, I have less dirt than I thought. So I guess most of my terraforming is going to be digging then. Hey, Ross. Dog. 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 Alright, I've got a new task. Dog. 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 I need a dog. Where is the dog? There you are. Dog. Dog. That only took one bone. Now, the most important thing with a dog is, of course, figuring out what you're going to name it. You can go traditional, like kind of Sparky or whatever. You can go human names, you know, dog named John. But I don't know, this guy, he's really striking me as Sandwich. And hereon you shall be known as Sandwich the dog. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's see, what's a nice little spot for you? Come on. Oh, well. No, not liking the spot. Well, here, let me show you around. So, this is my little house so far. I'll be sure to get a little doggy bed or whatever. But right now, we got the work area. Stay away from the stone cutter. We got the kitchen. Currently missing most of the kitchen. And you know what? This can be your little corner. Nope. You just want to sit up there? You know what? That's fine. You can stay right there. You are Sandwich after all. Well, anyways, I gotta go. I gotta make some farms so that we got some food. So you have a great old time over there. I will be right back in like a day. Alright, so that's one little farm area plotted out. I'm gonna need one more. And you know, I'm not gonna go on a grid. I will go ahead and put it right here. And that should leave me enough space to make a decent looking path. And I can incorporate the tree into my fence design. Not this one, though. This one's getting cut down. Alright, so now that I've got these 2 spots plotted out, I need to go and make myself some fences and a hoe and grab all the stuff I'm going to plant. But before that, it's probably a good idea for me to light up the area. Another dog! I got more. Hey? Is it just me or are these things easier to get? You know what? It doesn't matter. It's all for the best. I got another dog. And now time, once again, for the most intense part of owning a dog. What are you gonna be named? You know what? You're giving off more royal vibes than Sandwich. Sandwich was a bit of a goofball right away, and that really led to the decision. Yeah, you know, you've really got that coat. You're really proud, I can tell. You, my friend, will be named Burrito. Alright, come on. I got a house to show you. And this is my little island. It's not quite finished yet. But, you know, I'll be building some more stuff. Probably a little garden out here. Some nice pathways. Still gotta build, like, an enchanting room and maybe, like, a shed or something. And if you'll step inside for just a moment. For just... Yeah, alright. Let's close the door before that drown gets in. Alright, so Burrito meets Sandwich. I'm sure you two will get along excellently. Well, you know, I can see that you're not quite a fan of the kitchen like Sandwich is. Please stay away from the stonecutter. It is actively moving. I don't know how to shut it off. You like the bed? You can stay right there. And you know what? You can stay there. You can watch the sunrise. You'll be fantastic. Here, have a salmon. Or don't. You don't like it? That's fair. Ooh. You know what's probably a waste of iron right now? An anvil. But it's what I need to name tag these. But I can only name one of them right now. I gotta get another name tag. It's not fair to name only one of them, and also I really can't afford to spend the iron right now. So I guess I will have to go and hunt out another name tag, and get enough iron to get an anvil to properly name you. And you know what? This is actually a really dingy corner. I'm sorry to put you there. What can I do to make this better? I can go and add more window. I'm not going to add a window right back there because that's bad feng shui. But I will go ahead and add one right here. So that you can go ahead and you can see a little bit more. How's that sound, Burrito? Well, I've got to stop getting distracted by dogs, which frankly is a hard task. I've got to get some farms up. This is off-center. This is off-center. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we got a fence on the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fence on the 5th. What is wrong here? Is there something wrong with my brain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it is right. Why does it look wrong? You know what? I'm going to put the fences in. And I'm going to see. Well, now it doesn't look off-center. So I'm just really confused about why it looked so off-center before to me. Well, I guess that problem's resolved, so I'm just gonna put some water in and pretend it never happened. Well, I've got to go grab the seeds and potatoes because I got too distracted by dogs. Alright, now don't get distracted. Come here for one thing. Seeds and potatoes. Where'd I put them? Right there. I just can't ignore you. Look at you. Look at you. And you sleeping on the bed. Bet you're glad you're in here and not out in the rain. Alright, that one's gonna be wheat, this one's gonna be potatoes based on nothing but my immediate decision. This is off-center. Alright, now that that's been fixed, plant some potatoes. Just kind of haphazard until I get enough to actually fill the space. And time to see if I've really messed up over here. I don't think I have. I've double-checked now. No, this one was correct. And now that that's all planted, I don't really have much to do until stuff grows. Make myself some bone meal. Because potatoes right now are kind of my main priority, because this is probably going to be my main food source for a little while. Yeah, my plan right now is make this entire area my little farm area, so we'll probably push down a few more plots this way. I want to get some cows. I want to get a few colors of sheep, depending on what colors of wool that I plan on using. And then some miscellaneous stuff like bees. I don't know. Either way, it's nighttime and I should probably get to bed. Alright, it's a new day, and I got myself a new goal. I need to find myself another name tag for Sandwich and Burrito right here. And I need to get myself enough iron so I can spend it on an anvil. And of course that means I need to go mining again. So I'm gonna once again clean out my inventory, probably keep all of my food right now. Actually, get rid of the sweet berries. Kinda glad I don't need to rely on those anymore. Alright, got a few more pickaxes and another axe. And let's suit up and get mining. Oh, it feels so nice to be walking around with some actual armor on. Oh, the sheep population has recovered. The sheep intelligence is about the same. You know what I didn't get? I didn't get any water so that I can make myself a way up and down here. And unfortunately, the nearest water is just back at the lake by my house. Oh. Hey, man. I'm just gonna dump this. And I'll leave you alone. You know, I probably could have dumped this in a more controlled way so that I had kind of a single way up and down, but now I've just kind of got a massive waterfall that covers this entire area and has taken all of my torches. But anyways, I'm ready to start exploring more of this mine shaft and hopefully get myself another name tag. No thanks. I'll just do that. Okay, what did I say about not dropping gravel on myself? And here I am doing it anyway. And I would explore more of this area, but I've got a cave spider spawner right there. Ooh, this is another one. This is the exact same one that I've seen before. Well, there's some more mineshaft right there, and another spawner. Alright, well, here's a spot that I haven't explored yet. Just carefully bridge my way across here. Make sure that I don't leave any gaps that I will fall into if I leave open. Alright, let's see. Please have a name tag. No. Golden apple. Not terrible. Some redstone, I guess. No name tag. Unfortunately. Alright, well, I think I've explored all of the mineshaft that I'm willing to without going nearby those cave spider spawners. Did not find a name tag, but I can still stick around and get some resources, and I think the best way of doing that is probably just going down into the cave where I found some diamonds earlier. Alright, so we're getting into deep slate. The main things that I'm going to find here are diamonds and redstone, maybe a little bit of gold, but it'll be a lot less iron than when I'm up here. Also, probably a lot more monsters, but that's mostly to do with the fact that I haven't lit any of this place. Oh, there he goes. Ooh, lots of tough. Ooh, amethyst. I'm pretty sure lots of tough is meant to indicate like a big iron vein. Like the ones where you can find hundreds of iron ore. But I don't know if that's a myth like the old one where dirt indicated diamonds, which wasn't true. But yeah, we got an amethyst geode. Well, I can pick up a few shards. If I can clear up enough inventory space. Let's see. Don't care about diorite the most. Alright, well that's a neat little thing. I'm gonna go ahead and keep looking for some more valuable resources. But if I ever want more amethyst, I know exactly where to find it. Alright, well, here's a spot that I haven't explored yet. Make sure that I don't leave any gaps that I will fall into if I leave open. Oh, Alright, and this section of the cave leads nowhere. So... oh look, regular spider. One that's not going to poison me. Nope. Nope, there goes my first iron pickaxe. And I'm almost at a stack of iron. Alright, well, my inventory is getting pretty full, and I don't really have any other immediate caves I can go to. There's some that go around by the mine shaft. Those don't seem to go very deep, and also cave spider spawners. And I got at least one of the things that I came for, which was a lot of iron, which is there's some right here. But even though this mineshaft hasn't given me the second name tag I want, it will do so indirectly. I've gotten 3 string from breaking these cobwebs, and I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a fishing rod, and hopefully fish myself up one. But that'll be a later task. First things first, I need to get back home. And here we are. Hey, Sandwich. If you don't mind, I actually need to clear out my inventory before I do anything. Alright, now if you don't mind, I'm gonna need to use the furnaces that are underneath you. Alright? Whoop. Bop. Pop some iron in. Hey, burrito. And head to bed before the monsters start spawning too much. Alright, and I'll go ahead and make myself a fishing rod. And since I had these chunks unloaded, these haven't grown really at all. And so I'll sit and wait for them to grow by fishing to pass the time.
2 hours later.
Alright, it's been just about a day since I've started this. I've got some stuff grown. Unfortunately, none of the wheat has really had a chance to grow all the way. But I did get a lot of fish, 3 pufferfish, and a nautilus shell, and I guess a tripwire hook. So I guess it's better than nothing. I got 1 potato plant grown. 3 potato plants grown. So I guess I might as well spend the time actually building something. And I think I'll get started on the pathway for all of these farms here. Eventually, I do want to mix in stuff like cobblestone, coarse dirt, maybe some podzol. That would take some silk touch. But for now, just some scattered paths over here should at least mark out what areas I've got. And I can definitely take the time and actually light up some of the areas, and this time not get distracted by dogs. Then I can go ahead and start clearing out some of the areas I want to use for the animal pens. Another dog! I don't have another bone, unfortunately. So I guess this one's just gonna stay wild. So I'm probably gonna try and bring some sheep from over there, because I don't think many would have survived in this forest for too long. And I'm just going to hope that this is going to be good enough that the wolves aren't going to be able to get in and attack the sheep. But I can go and clear some more of this area out for the cow pen. Alright, and there's the cow pen. Later down the line I could go ahead and add a pig pen if I ever decide to keep pigs. But again, they're just not that useful, and they also mostly eat carrots and potatoes, which is going to be my food for a little while. But I guess I'll also be growing beetroot, so might as well keep them. Alright, so I've cleared out my inventory a little bit. I'm going to make myself a boat. And I'm pretty sure I've grown at least 1 wheat, which will be enough to lure some sheep and cows into the pens. Yep, I've actually grown 3 wheat. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of an issue. Well, I'm probably going to get the cows first then, because I'd rather not drag a sheep all the way over here and have them killed by a wolf. We've got both cows and sheep here. I want to try and get both. It'll be a pain to separate later, especially since I don't have any leads right now. But it would be better to just have both right away. Alright, off we go. Try not to get killed by the wolves. Alright, come on. You gotta work with me here. I'm doing my best. You guys just aren't that smart. Really good at spinning, though. I'll give you that much. Alright, I can see the animal pens in the distance. You guys gotta survive until then. Hey, Ross. You seeing any wolves around? No? Okay, well. I know there's the one right over here. Spider? You're not the enemy I'm looking for. Wolf. Alright, stop following me. Hey, hey. Wolf, I swear. It is taking all of my willpower not to be angry at you. You know, a heads up would have been nice, Ross. Alright, get in. There you go. Make another cow. I'm going to harvest... No, I'm going to harvest some more wheat. Probably deal with the potatoes too right away. Probably spend another day getting some more sheep over here. But before I do that, where is this wolf? Alright, you? Get in the boat. You're gonna stay in there. Alright, I gotta find some sheep. Which might be difficult because there are wolves here too. Aha! Here's a sheep. And what looks like another sheep somewhere. Maybe it was just the birchwood? Maybe it was just Ross? No, there's the other sheep. Alright, so I've got 3 of them. And you know what I'm gonna do? I don't have enough wood to make another boat. What I can do is chop down a tree. And I can go ahead, I can craft a couple of boats. And that way I can make sure that I'm not going to have all of my sheep killed by a wolf. You, I need more insurance. Come over here. So we're going to go on a treacherous journey throughout the forest about, I don't know, like 50 blocks that way. Do you understand? No? Well, I'm the one with wheat, so let's all follow me. Okay. You guys need to keep up. I may not know exactly where I am. Sheep, wait a moment. I definitely do not know exactly where I am, but I think I need to be that way because that is the hill that I did. This is a hill that I see in the distance a lot. Alright, sheep, we're gonna try and go whatever way this way is. I don't have a compass. Alright, I don't know how willing you guys are to just dive directly into the ocean. Pretty high. You're pretty willing to just do that. So, hopefully you're better at getting on the shore than the cows were. Alright, well there's immediately a lot less spinning around and doing nothing. These two, on the other hand... Okay, you stay... This could not be much slower. Well, there's 3 out of the 4. We just got one straggler right here who's really, really struggling in this still water to get onto sand. There we are, and I picked up another sheep. This is going excellent. Hey, we've hit my lights. Alright guys, do not take fall damage. You just sort of went ahead and did it anyway. So, I'm pretty sure there was only one wolf in the area. I'm hoping there's not another. But I've got a boat ready to try and catch him before he gets all of you. Alright guys, do not fall into the cave. We've lost a couple, but they're close enough that I don't really care anymore. Alright, you should be safe from the wolves in here. And now, you can make some more sheep. There we are. I really should probably dye you white before I start doing that more, just so that I'm not sitting around with multiple wool colors. But hey, enjoy your captivity. You'll be safe from the wolves in here. That's the most I can promise you. So we got some cows, we got some sheep. These I will have to go ahead and just finish replanting and harvesting a bunch between episodes. But yeah, I think this is where I'm going to call today's episode. We've done a good chunk of stuff. We got a bunch of iron, set up some farms, we have found the amazing sandwich and burrito, and after much hardship, I've managed to get some cows and sheep into pens over there. And I guess also a dog if you count the boat as a pen. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed. I've been the Impending Moon, and good night. Who's a good dog? Who's a good dog? Is you. And you.